talk about now is Protestantism. Wow, can you say that? Protestantism. We'll just go with that. Versus Catholicism. Now, my experience with Catholics is limited, so that should be noted. But my first girlfriend was Catholic, and we did switch off going to her Catholic church and mine, Church of Christ. There's actually a lot of Catholics at Baylor, and so I've become a little more familiar with it. But there's still a lot I don't know, which is one of the things that I'm going to talk about, but probably not in that sense that you think. Anyways, and talk about the pros and cons of each. Now, Catholicism, the Catholic Church is one united church under the Pope, under bishops in different regions, and the bishops preaching in different churches. So they are unified, unlike Protestant churches. And so there's less diversity differences, though there still can be many differences between the different churches. That is an advantage in just unity and being one body under Christ. And if one church needs help, then the rest of the body can help that church. It also helps church not to get off too far in doctrine that the Catholic Church does not accept. Hopefully, this is the right doctrine, so it's helping them not allow evil, allow falsehood, lies at the heart. But the negatives is that they can't. It's just based on the principle of things are good the way they are. Change is bad. You could say that Catholics are kind of like Republicans, and Protestants, in that sense, Protestants, they are not unified. There's many different denominations, and some of those denominations are ecumenical to have, people over that denomination, leaders in that, and so they're like little mini Catholic organizations, but not to the extent of the Catholic Church, and so there's more of things to change, and from church to church things are different, and this allows for more change, and kind of leads to say that Protestants think change is good, perhaps, and you could also see in that sense they're more like Democrats. Now, before anyone goes crazy, that's as far as I would compare Democrats and Republicans to Catholics versus Protestants. I'm a Protestant, and I'm very much a Republican in many ways. But I think just like Catholics and Protestants, there should be some balance between them, and I see pros and cons in each, things that each one lacks that the other has. Same with Republicans and Democrats. One thing my pastor says is really interesting is that the Church of Christ kind of they experimented with this. They originally non-denominational, and they were all about unity, and so they tried to break down denominations and unify the Protestant churches, and they did that to a large extent. But once they did that, then churches began fighting about about different rules, different beliefs, and they splintered even more, than they were originally were before the Union. And so, I guess I forgot to mention that because there was so many churches in crisis, they went from non-denominational to becoming denominational. It's funny. And so after they splintered again, kind of had a development in their ideas and views. Something, I don't know if all churches of Christ do this. I know there are many different kinds of churches of Christ, and say we're in the middle as far as traditional versus more non-denominational type of church of Christ is newer type. Our belief, our church, is unity is very important, and very important in our church, and it's important within the church body as a whole, but also differences are good, and they're fine, and there's nothing wrong with that. And so we for unity we partner with different churches for different events or outreach opportunities for things like that, but we're not going to try to unite in the fact of believing the exact same things and coming together as one church, and so I think it's a good balance, good mix. One thing my pastor says is that East Church is a part of the body of Christ. I think Paul talks about this, and you need each part. You can't function without a hand, but it plays its own part. You need your feet. You can't function without your feet. It plays its part, but they're different. But they're all essential, and that's the same with the churches. They're all different. Some churches may be focused on mission, some on discipleship within the church, some on bringing new believers to the church. Some are focused on college age, and some on older people in the church. And no church is perfect. No church can do everything. There's pros and cons to small churches, to large churches. So we need all kinds, and they all have their place in their role in the body of Christ. And so, we ourselves, the individuals, are all made different. We're all unique in God's in creation, and God's forming us. And though that's not bad. That's showing the uniqueness, the creativity, the endless love and imagination, creativity of God, and same with the church. So in a sense, having many different kinds of churches, it shows uniqueness, creativity, imagination, importance, and differences that God has. And so, I think God calls us to call out lies and falsehood and evil. We also should be humble, be careful not to call something out that is evil, that is just maybe a difference in the church. The biggest, most important thing is unity and finding the similarities with other churches in order to be of one mind, be of one purpose in loving others, loving God, and serving others and being unified. So it's just a little bit of my perspective of my churches, and I guess my original thing, Protestant versus Catholicism.